date and time for the regularly scheduled meeting of the Warren County School District Board of Directors. If you could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could you please call the roll?
Mr. Clausmo?
I am here.
Mrs. Huffman? Here. Mr. Lebeski?
Here.
Mr. Mangione?
Here.
Mrs. Morgan?
Here.
Mrs. Passenger? Mr. Stewart?
Here.
Mr. Zamborik? Mrs. Certainty? Here. 7 present.
Mrs. Morgan, do you have the mission statement for us?
The mission of the Warren County School District is to educationally empower all students to think critically and solve problems through a rigorous curriculum that will provide them with the skills necessary to graduate and pursue a career of their interest.
Thank you. And Mr. Lebeski, do you have the principles of governance and leadership?
Yes. Pennsylvania school boards are committed to providing every student the opportunity to grow and achieve. The actions taken by the board ultimately have both short and long-term impact in the classroom. Therefore, school directors collectively and individually will prepare for, attend, and actively participate in board meetings, work together in a spirit of harmony, respect, and cooperation, participate in professional development, training, and board retreats, and collaborate with the superintendent as a team of 10.
Thank you. Superintendent Stewart, do you have some recognitions for us tonight?
We do. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Evers. I believe that 7/8 of the audience tonight is here to be recognized or watch the students be recognized. We're very excited to have some Career Center student recognition for you.
Good evening. I can truly say having this opportunity to present our remarkable students to you for recognition is one of the major highlights of my year. As you know, the Warren County Career Center currently has student organizations in 3 separate national clubs: Future Business Leaders of America, Distributive Education Club of America, and Skills USA. In addition to the various activities revolving around career development and leadership, each of these 3 clubs hold competitions in different aspects of their program. We were a little concerned this year, wondering if our Skills USA students would be able to repeat their amazing performance of last year, in which they earned 17 medals, of which 12 students went on to Hershey for the state competition. I am very honored to announce that we were able to continue the streak. This year, the Career Center Skills USA team, under the leadership of Jessica Tundo, earned 14 medals and will be sending 10 students to Hershey. This year, taking 3rd place in their first competitions were Kate Anderson for Automotive Computer Estimating and Michaela Deppen for Commercial Banking. Michaela would come forward. Earning 2nd place were Nick Lindsay for Technical Drafting and Damian Giambroni for Information Technology Service. Damian will also be going to Hershey for FBLA. And finally, winning gold and representing the Career Center in Hershey are John Einkhauser for Medical Math and the Automotive Manufacturing team of Ben Hampson, Hunter Tarwick, and Dylan Bird. And this is the 2nd year in a row that John, Hunter, and Dylan have medaled in their events. Continuing Mr. Smith's streak of success in the auto body collision field is Jesse Campbell for automotive refinishing. And finally, repeating gold for a 2nd year in a row are the Quiz Bowl team of Lucas Engo, Emma Bailey, Brianna Hesslink, William Montgomery, and Lucas Moore. This is Emma and Brianna's 2nd gold medal in the Quiz Bowl competition, and Emma and Lucas Moore will also be competing for DECA at Hershey as well. This time I would also like to recognize and thank Mr. Nate McNett and Mrs. Kayla Dalrymple for their assistance in helping with the district competition. Without their help, we would not have been able to compete. Congratulations and good luck to all the Skills USA competitors. Future Business Leaders of America, led by Mrs. Beth Hornick, club advisors, sent 8 students from the Career Center to the state competition in Hershey last year. I'm again honored to announce we will be sending 12 students to Hershey this year. Taking third this year are Emma Bailey for cybersecurity, Sam Hoover for computer problem solving, and Jenny Johnson for political science. Earning second are Kate Johnson for computer problem solving, Seth Canero for introduction to information technology, Katura Kraft for networking concepts. I giggle because I mispronounce her name every day at school on purpose, so I knew I would mess it up when I had to actually say it correctly. Scott Stewart for Accounting 1, and Ryan Savinsky for Management Decision Making. Both Scott and Ryan will also be competing for DECA at Hershey this year. And taking first place this year are Lily Stryker for Accounting 1, Lucas Moore for Computer Problem Solving, Phoenix Lindell for Introduction to Information Technology, and Damian Giambroni for Networking Concepts. Jenny Johnson, Sam Hoover, Lucas Moore, and Ryan Savinsky are all repeat district winners. Congratulations and good luck to the FBLA winners. And finally, students in the Distributive Education Club of America, led by advisor Mrs. Kathy Cummings, also fared extremely well at their district competition. This year we have 2 students advancing to the state competition in Hershey, Joshua Smith for Principles of Finance and Ryan Zaminsky for Human Resources. Both Joshua and Ryan took second place in their respective events. And special recognition goes out to Ryan Zaminsky. This is Ryan's second straight year competing at the state level for DECA, and last year he was the Pennsylvania State Champion for Principles of Business Management and Administration. We wish both boys the best of luck in Hershey. And then finally, on behalf of all of the students and faculty at the Career Center, I again want to extend our heartfelt thank you to you, the school board, for all of your support and encouragement that you have given us. Our students have continued to make us proud, and I am confident they will continue to do so as they compete at their state competitions. Thank you.
Ryan, do you mind if I ask you a question? Since you have both FBLA and DECA experience, can you tell us a little bit about the competitions in both of those and how they differ and which you prefer?
Sure. So in FBLA, the majority of events are like a comprehensive exam. So you basically take a test on a computer. And in DECA, all events are equal parts of role play, where you do like a one-on-one discussion with the judge, and then a test that you do handwritten. I prefer DECA just because I like the role play experience, and obviously I like to talk to people. But this year for FBLA, I'm doing an event where you do get to do a role play. So FBLA provides both. Both are really great business clubs and give you a lot of experience, and I'm very happy that we've been able to compete in both of them. So,
Thank you. Other questions, board members? Arthur?
I have a question for the students before we get there. I see Mr. Smith is here. Are there any other teachers here? Because I just simply ought to recognize you and your excellence as well. Who else do we have?
We also have Jessica Tundle, the Skills USA advisor, and Mrs. Harris, one of our health medical instructors.
I can't see Mrs. Harris. Thank you. We recognize this doesn't happen without your excellence as well. Do we have parents here? We have Svenskys over here, is that correct? And I see we've got Hampsons over here. Angos back here. We recognize the key role parents play as well. Thank you. I do have a question, and Kale, I'm going to pick on you because the commercial baking interested me, but anybody else who wants to jump in? Every year, it's fascinating to learn more and more about what you have to do to prove your skills. Can you just tell us a little bit about what happened at the commercial bake, what you have to do, and how did you win the medal that you're proudly bearing? know what you had to do before you got down there. So they give you the materials and the recipe and say, here you go. And it's all by surprise. Spectacular. Anybody else have interesting stories about what you had to do to win your places that you want to share with us? Yours is the only speaking.
Brian, would you like to get?
I'll throw one out there. I'm always intrigued by the team event, which the Quiz Bowl has done very well over time. Can you guys talk about how that works?
So I've been on the Quiz Bowl team for the past 3 years. The first year we got first at districts and second at states. My 11th grade year, we also got first at districts, second at states, and this is our senior year, mine and Emma's returning year, and we also had some new recruits for our team because our last team members had graduated. So this year we're hoping that we'll take home gold so that we can top off our senior year, being that most of us are seniors on the team.
Just quickly, how many of you guys are seniors out there? And just going down really quick, what are your plans after high school? Have you had them made, secured? What are you doing?
I'm going to go to Clarion University, and I'm going to do a dual major in business management and human resources management, which is the two things that I did in DECA. So that kind of helped make my future plans.
I was accepted to Pitt Radford for biology. After that, I want to be a game warden, so I want to do my quarters in biology and then go to the academy.
I'm studying in IT right now. I haven't picked out a college yet, but I do have full intentions to go and study more. My plans are to join the U.S. Army Reserves and then attend college in Florida, where my mom currently lives, and then pursue my nursing degree.
Great job, guys.
At this time, it's our scheduled opportunity for public comment. There's nobody signed up on the sign-up sheet, but we will have another opportunity at the end of the meeting. So if you wish to address the board, you're welcome to do so at that time. At this time, if we could have a motion to adopt the agenda.
So,
Moved by Mr. Stewart, second by Mrs. Morgan. Ruth, could you call that electronically, please?
Passes unanimously.
And approval of the minutes of January 14th. Moved by Mrs. Huffman, second by Mrs. Morgan. Discussion? Call that electronically.
Passes unanimously.
And a motion for the financial reports.
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Huffman, seconded by Mrs. Morgan. Discussion? Call that electronically.
Passes unanimously.
That takes us to our reports and information. Mr. Mangione, do you have an update for IU5 for us?
Yeah, they're going to be presenting the budget this week,
Pennsylvania for Wednesday for business managers of superintendents on Thursday. And obviously the intent there is to get it approved by the April meeting.
Mrs. Morgan, do you have something for PSBA? PSBA is coming across the state, and they're going to have some update sessions. The closest one to us is Meadville. It's on safety, and I can't remember that, two subjects. I was going to try and get down there and make it just to touch base with other people. Unfortunately, I have a conflict.
I'm signed up.
Are you? Okay, good. And Mrs. Huffman, do you have something for Career Center? I know we had a pretty good update tonight.
Yes, we get a great update, so not anything other than the recognitions we had earlier.
Okay, thank you. Just a reminder, we do have committee meetings on February 25th, and our next board meeting will be March 11th. Also, just for everybody's knowledge, there is a legislative advocacy day that PSBA is sponsoring with the Superintendent's Association and the IUs. They're trying to get a bus built from the western part of the state. I have signed up for that representing Warren County School District, but I wanted to put that out there in case anyone else wants to go. It's April 29th, which is a committee day, so I probably will not be back in time for committee, so I'm not encouraging the whole board to go because we obviously need to do business here, but if anybody else does want to go, they can sign up online. And that takes us to Superintendent's report.
Thank you. Administratively, a lot of our work during the last month has been in scheduling and staffing. Students are actively scheduling out there in the buildings and to get our staffing numbers as early as we possibly can. I know the Career Center's had some hiccups with getting ninth graders there. Every time we want to get the ninth graders to the Career Center to visit, we have bad weather. And if you look at the schedule tomorrow, it looks like bad weather. So we'll see if we can get them over there. Obviously, the month of January has been filled with a lot of weather for us. We have things moving along with the honor flight. I remember we talked about that a couple months ago about working on ways that we recognize our veterans. So that's moving along nicely. Looking at getting a dinner together in March and an event in May, but we'll get you more details as that comes to be. Kindergarten registration was also in the middle of bad weather. Our numbers are lower than what we thought they would be, so we're likely to put a couple other evening events in place here so that parents can still continue to register their students. And that has been completed, but we'll add some more days. I'm seeing a lot of emails that are showing me a lot of the groups that we belong to. When we look at PASBO, we look at PSBA, we look at PA, SA, all those things. Very focused efforts on advocacy, more focused efforts on advocacy. We're getting some good materials just to try to have a focused message in terms of budget at the state level. So I mean, when Donna says that they're putting trips together and trying to get the word out, they're really trying to get us to be out there and talking about the message that we need more dollars to fund our efforts back in the districts.
On that topic, they're also encouraging districts to invite local legislators in to the buildings. So we're also working on something like that behind the scenes. We'll keep you posted on that.
And the other thing that we've been spending a lot of time on, we know that we are happy with what we're seeing with our efforts with STEM at both the elementary and the middle levels. So we're building out what that is going to be looking like or what it could look like for us in the other elementary schools, and that'll be coming to you very shortly. Eric's been doing a lot of work in that area to get us prepared. Thank you.
All right, that takes us to new business and the consent agenda. Do we have any items that board members would like removed from the consent agenda? 4.24. Any others? Who's taking a minute, Jen?
to refresh? All right, we need a motion to approve the consent agenda with the exception of 4.24.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Stewart.
Second.
Seconded by Ms. Huffman. Ruth, if you could call that electronically, please.
Passes unanimously.
That takes us to items removed for separate action. Item 5.1 is the item that was removed for athletic supplemental contracts.
I asked to pull that because I noticed it was, I don't know if it was there before or I missed it, or on the spring track coaches. I noticed that Garden Beach has both the boys and the girls track teams. Are we paying her double?
We've adapted our track programs to have one head coach for the boys and girls because there's a sharing of coaches. So Eisenhower and Warren were the last to do that this year. Sheffield and Youngsville have been in that position for the last 2 years.
The only thing I'm worried about with track is when they're doing their events, isn't there supposed to be a coach with them?
They're sharing staff. So we have one head coach, and then there'll be 4 assistants, and each person is kind of responsible for a certain area, and they would be there for those athletes.
Okay, I just, that's what double. I was kind of shocked.
Yeah, the assistants will take on those roles, and then once we get her in place, then she will then go forward and choose the assistants to come in and help.
Can we have a motion for 5.1?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Stewart, seconded by Mrs. Huffman. Any further discussion on this item? Call it electronically.
Passes unanimously.
That takes us to our future business for committee review. Are there any items that we need to bring back to committee? All right, that takes us to other. Policy 10450, interscholastic athletics on second reading.
Who just presented?
So,
Moved by Mrs. Morgan, seconded by Mr. Stewart. Discussion? Call that electronically.
Passes unanimously.
Item 7.2, Pearson Digital Assessment Agreement.
Who just presented?
Moved by Mrs. Morgan. Seconded by Mr. Mangione. Discussion? Call that electronically.
Passes unanimously.
Item 7.3, Superintendent Evaluation and Compensation.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Stewart, seconded by Mrs. Morgan. Discussion? Call that electronically.
Passes unanimously.
Item 7.4, Repository Sale.
Who just presented?
second.
Moved by Mrs. Morgan, seconded by Mr. Stewart. Discussion? Call that electronically.
Passes unanimously.
Item 7.5, Usherwood copier lease.
Who just presented?
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Morgan, seconded by Mrs. Huffman. Discussion? Call that electronically. come before the board this evening. That takes us to our closing activities and our second opportunity for public comment. Anybody wish to address the board this evening? All right, I know that we have executive session to cover negotiations, real estate.
That actually pertains to litigation.
So litigation and negotiations. We will not be taking action after the meeting. So at this time, I would accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right, moved by Mr. Schwartz, failing Mrs. Morgan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you tell Joe that we'll grab him in the room?
Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
we're gonna move the phone back for executive session.
So we'll call you back.
We'll call you back.
Okay.
You need to
Here.
call his conference call, because Patrick has to go. I'll text him.
Okay.
You are currently the only participant in this conference.
Hold on, great.
Patty's like, I'll be there in a minute. You might miss it.
Thank you for handling it.
Someone runs into all this.
Yeah, it's a, when we have kids at school till 6, then 12 minutes. Hi there. Good, how are you? Good to see you.
It's their last day, right? At our table, so we didn't do that. We did with the leaves were full.
It's like the last chance
Yeah,
for some of the money.
yeah, so just like,
Yeah, no, but Dr. Price,
it's like 10 of us.